everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bills going up against the Colts. With that, let's get you up to Indianapolis. Standing by, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. They'll come out in the pistol. Now the former Illinois man, it's Josh Ferguson. And some room to roam now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that. Because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
On first down, Love. Incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
Second down now after the incompletion. Second and 10, Luck again. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's an end around. Hilton. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. The throw on 2nd down is locked. This is caught inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Luck on first down. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 10 yards out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point.
Flex round! Flex round!
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And the possession switches to Indianapolis. Here come the Colts. As you look forward for them, after 3 11-5 campaigns, back-to-back 8-8 seasons, missing the playoffs, but appears Chuck Pagano will be the head coach again. Many thought he might be on the way out.
He's staying, brand new general manager in place. They'll have to work hand-in-hand together to keep improving the roster. But you just mentioned the back-to-back 8-8 seasons in the AFC South. That only puts them about 1 game out of the playoffs. So if they can make any type of improvement, they have a chance to get back into the playoffs where they were for the previous 3 seasons.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Ferguson from the Wildcat. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
After the run, Luck gonna throw. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. And he motions the wide receiver. On 4th down, Luck. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
Now it's Taylor. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On 1st down, it's Luck. And he fires one incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One receiver left is Hilton. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the Combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Watkins alone on the left side. Here's Taylor to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Taylor will throw. And that is incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Let's go!
4th down, here's Taylor. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 11. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fresh set of downs here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They come out here in the I. Now Taylor. Can't find anyone open. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here right where he would have been if he had taken a knee at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Luck on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Luck now on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be...
Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing... not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A second down carry for Ferguson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. And they're going to speed things up here.
Easy.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try with Ferguson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now Taylor on 1st down. That's complete. It's Jerome Felton, the fullback. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one one goes for 24 yards.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style. They actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Taylor. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watkins alone on the left side. Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Henry Anderson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Taylor to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Now it's Taylor. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try to sneak with Taylor. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And a direct snap, Ferguson. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's Ferguson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Lott. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Play action. It's Lott. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. On 4th down, Lott. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
Let's go.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Shift together here from the D-line. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Come on, let's go.
They'll set up a throw. His pass caught with the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Yet again, here's a Wildcat look. On first and goal, Gore. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
An extra defensive back in the game here on third and goal. Now Luck on third and goal. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A gain of 32 that time.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
Now blitz coming and down he goes. Zach Kerr in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So third down, just 1 yard to go. They come out here in the eye. They'll sneak it with Taylor. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
Back to throw. Backing up. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The drive will start with Josh Ferguson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, it's Ferguson. And now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. On the counter, it's Ferguson. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And here come the Bills. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Taylor. And Woods has it complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
10 yards still left on second down.
Here we go.
Here's Taylor to throw. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump up. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they face a third down after the fumble on second down.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
One last shot for Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.